Hello, my beautiful Facebook family. Coming to you, I believe, day 30 of 366, which is a year and a day of a mysterious journey, a journey to share my message and to show up daily in my commitment, in my devotion, and to create a safe space through showing up in my message and just to see what wants to come through and trusting in the guidance, in the divine guidance of what I'm here to bring through having this 366 journey. Also joined together with my sisters Stacy Rower and Nicole Pemberton. And it feels good to just show up in my commitment no matter what. It's not even a matter of showing up. It's just like, when is this going to happen? What do I need to do for this? Do I just simply show up, or do I need to sit down and journal? And oftentimes there's some sort of an inspiration that wants to come through, and as intuitives, we trust in the body, we trust in the flow of an energy that is current, that is present. This energy often is collective energy, as we are all moving and shifting and transmuting each other's feelings and emotions, especially on a global, bigger plan and understanding of what we are all here to do and to bring, really. Yesterday I had a beautiful session with one of our beautiful clients, and we did a root clear session. Root clear is one of the things that I offer. It's an energy healing session where we clear a certain emotion that might be coming up for you, that you want to look deeper into and have a different reaction to. So root clear is part of the spiral modality that I offer as one-on-one work. And the spiral actually has 22 root clears, 22 emotions that are cleared. Each emotion, we go deep into the root, testing for 3 ages, which create the original age at which a certain emotion anchored and attached into our perception of how we should feel around that emotion. The second is like a layer over, like this emotion that creates a pattern that, around feeling a certain thing. And then the third emotion that we find, a third age, is like an overlay, a residue. It's like a cycle. So you begin to see a cycle. So if I'm feeling grief, that makes me feel overwhelmed, which brings me to feeling hostility, whether towards myself or towards others, or I feel the world is hostile towards me. And so we notice this pattern, and that's what we're trying to clear. We clear the pattern that attaches us to a certain emotion that triggers us in some way. It could be a painful wound that keeps on cycling. In any way, it's a painful wound, whether it's fear, anger, or hurt, or betrayal, or abandonment, or some kind of a frozen pattern of guilt or shame, or, there's so many emotions that we can dive into that show up individually for each one of us, and intuitively we get to dive deeper and look at the pattern and look at where we need to unplug. We need to say no. We can choose out. It's all about making a choice, a conscious choice, a commitment. And that's what I'm here to show up as and to model, as someone who is committed, as someone who, you know, has made a promise and a vow to myself to show up and to continue showing up and to continue rising and evolving and growing and transforming and being an example of you can do it too. You can also choose and decide to become who you were always meant to be. So doing a root clear, and if you are interested in doing a root clear, I invite you to reach out to me and to message me, and we'll talk more. This is kind of like a one-off session. The spiral itself consists of 7 sessions, and I also do 2 additional sessions to set an intention and also to complete. Well, the completion and session is also present. So, 9 session of the spiral of going deep into the root clear of 22 intentions that stand in the way of us becoming who we were always meant to be, stand in the way of remembering who we are. Because the moment we begin to remember who we are, there's so much wounding and conditioning that starts coming up and cycling. It's like this cycle over cycle over cycle. And it's hard to get out of the loops and looping patterns, and it's hard it's hard to rise. And so emotional clearing work, it's an incredible tool. It's part of energy work that we can do within, that healing that takes place within, the inner work, the transformational work that is so sacred and that is well sought out after, when we truly realize the abundance of spiritual wisdom and knowledge that we gain from doing this inner work, from turning within and from releasing the old baggage and releasing the old emotions that are stuck and that continue control our lives and continue to cycle and to loop our pain through without ever freeing us, really. So for me right now, I'm turning into this reflection on who am I becoming, and maybe that's also a question out into the world. Who are we becoming through all this? Who we already are, each moment. Who did you always desire yourself to be? Just really sitting with deep down inside. Who am I becoming in this moment? Am I becoming who I always wanted to be? Am I becoming who I get to choose to be? I get to choose again and again. If I had to choose again, who would I be in this moment? If I had to start over from a white, pure canvas, how would I start painting on it? How would I show up? What would my first actions be in the morning? What would my first thoughts be or practices in the morning? Who would I choose to be? What would I choose to wear? Who would I choose to show up as? What would I say to myself? For the longest time, and I speak about this often, for the longest time I would speak to myself in the morning. I would say, there's no power. There's no power outside of myself that has control over me. And sometimes it would show up in different ways. In different ways I would say it. There is no power more powerful outside of myself. How can I serve with that power today, knowing that that is my most powerful strength and power? How can I serve with it today? Where can I serve with it? How can I show up with it? And so over time, it just became, this is just the way I show up in the world. How can I show up with this power that doesn't take the external, doesn't have an effect on my inner power? That is the most powerful thing about me. And so starting to show up as who we are every day, every moment, every morning. And also choosing our feelings, choosing what we can feel as we show up, as we show up as who we are becoming, choosing our feelings, and knowing that we are showing up as who we already are, doing all the things we know we're here to do, and we continue to say yes. And this frequency of yes is this incredible, beautiful essence. It's pleasure, it's bliss, it's ease, it's peace, it's tranquility, it's organic, it's natural, it's not chaotic. There's no anxiety, there's no discomfort. It's like this ease and a relaxed flow, natural, with no agenda. We get to create from that place of ease and that place of peace, that place of becoming who we were always meant to be, healing and easing the suffering on a planet. No matter how hard it is, we can still be in this place of peace, internal peace. And that's how we bring peace to the world. This is how we bring the healing into the world, into each other. To speak up and use our voices to share with each other our truth, what resonates in our bodies, to tell others what we have learned and the information that we have received that helped us achieve this state of peace, not state of fear or a state of anger and anxiety. That is not our purpose here on the planet. And we also see and recognize everything that causes anxiety and fear and causes this state of chaos. And we get to rewrite and we get to bring the new way of being into this new paradigm, this new world. As we keep moving and ascending, we continue to share our joy. We continue to share all of our joy, all that we have learned, all the information that has helped us, and we share it fearlessly, and with no fear. Abhaya Hridaya is a beautiful mudra of no fear. Grace is here. And to bring in peace from inside, peace from within, and continue becoming who you were always meant to be, with ease, with pleasure, no matter how hard it is. Take your breath into the world and share it, and learn to stay graceful and peaceful, becoming who we were always meant to be, becoming her, becoming him, becoming the warrior, the angel, the guide, the teacher, becoming what you have already said yes to a long time ago. You have already said yes to that. And now you are becoming that what you already said yes to, and you are here bringing it with ease, with peace, with pleasure, overcoming and also moving so much energy together right now. It's hard, and know that you are not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone struggling. You're not alone suffering. We are all suffering on some level in some area or aspect of our lives, and we all are in it together, healing together, healing each other, and showing up for each other, showing up in our fullness, in our wholeness, dismantling the old that doesn't work in this new paradigm anymore, dismantling the old that is full of corruption and infestation and that is not organic and true anymore, and we all know, and we all now know it, and we see it, and we recognize it, and that cannot hide any longer from what we are able to see and acknowledge and transmute, and together we are becoming this one unity of peace, of love, of world peace, of humanity, innocence. So, Root Clear is a one-on-one, one-off session. You can book with me, reach out. It's affordable, and I work with your needs, what you need in all areas. Also, a beautiful retreat for couples with the plant medicine that will show you exactly what you need to see and discover in this moment of your life, and will help you heal and help you on the path of becoming who you are becoming in this moment through every action and step that you're taking and moving through and transmuting through. That's in the end of May. In August, there's a retreat in Montana. Reach out to me, a beautiful retreat. I would say four nights, combo, sacred ceremony, combo, sacred plant medicine, animal medicine, as well as we will be making a drum. This time around, we will be making a drum and connecting with the animals and connecting with multidimensional abilities and possibilities for us as divine human beings here on earth and what we're here to bring. So more on that, Montana in August. And there's also in-person combo ceremonies that are available to privately hold for you. So reach out and let me know, as well as there's other possibilities. I'm also feeling into a beautiful course that I would love to create a course, a package, a course, and I'm gonna do it live, and I'm gonna record it live and share it. So it's going to be very multidimensional mantra and mudra course. It will be 7 days. These 7 days may stretch out a little bit, not necessarily every single day, so that would be a 7-day journey, and it will begin sometime in April. Yes, we're going to dive into the mantra, mudra, and myth and magic behind what we can do with our intentions and with our fingertips, really. how we can trust our bodies and the elements within our bodies, and how we can bring healing to many aspects and activate many sleeping cells in our being. So that is coming up. I'm inspired to do something like that as a group offering. And in-person offerings is really, really what I desire. In-person retreats, in-person connections, and healing together in the circle, sitting together in ceremony and remembering the ancient ways of humankind, reminding each other of who we are before we all forgot, before we were all conditioned and brainwashed and controlled into complete mind, I don't even know, mind cluster of who are these human beings. It's like stupefy. Isn't that from like Harry Potter? Stupefy, and then they like freeze up. That's what happened. It's almost like that's what happened to humanity. Like, what the f happened to humanity? They're all stupefied. They're stupefied. and then there's very little of those who are brave and ready to stand up and to shout and to wave the flag of here I am and follow me, and I will show you out of this darkness, because it's hard to get out. It's really hard and sticky to get out, and we often need to guide each other. Yes, Patty, I agree. Yes, Sven. Zombies and narcombies. The zombies who are just so asleep to their own narcissistic ways that are just no, please. Yeah, we're putting a big huge no and a stop to all of that, and we're here to become who we were always meant to be, and we're here to remember who we are and to rewrite this and bring all that is good into this new earth. And yeah, so this is my share today. Doing all the things, we get to do it with ease and with pleasure, even when we're suffering. And we can cry through it and still keep shining and growing. And so, yes, my message continues to come strong every day, and I keep listening, and I keep becoming her, the divine feminine goddess, the divine feminine goddess, in service to humanity and all that I am. All my words, all my actions are always dedicated to all living beings, to liberation of all of our souls. And that is what's important right now. The true war is happening within, and it's been happening for thousands of years. The war on our souls, that's what we're here to reclaim, our souls back. We reclaim our souls back from all the evil, from all the dark. And yes, reclaiming our divine birthright to freedom, to our voices and all that we are, and to stand together, and to hold each other, to heal each other, to support each other, to walk together. I love it. Thank you, my love, so much. Thank you, Sven, Patty, Stacy. Thank you for being here. So much love. Blessings until tomorrow, and show up as you every moment. Show up as you. Become you fully, because you are worth it. You are worth it. Many blessings.